It is time for your expert grand finals. It is grand finals day. Drown, Soar, 7-7 speed, both coming through with follows before we got started here. I appreciate it. TFW are playing from South America. No, TFW are not that I had heard. Were they playing in the LCQ? Were they playing in LCQ? Question mark. Now, right out of the gate, you got me a fluster. Now, right out of the gate, you got me questioning things. You got me going, wait a minute. Do I miss a vital piece of information here? We do know it is your grand finals. It's going to be a first of 4 here today. In your season 5 grand finals, TFW, aka the F word, have rebranded just to TFW now. Taking on SuperScaredofWomen. TFW coming through as your number 1 seed. Go completely lossless, flawless, pretty much, through regular season. TFW have barely dropped a map. So far, they have made the perfect run into the grand finals. They are playing in an internet cafe. Yeah, because TFW was in fact playing in the LCQ. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so they are playing from an internet cafe in Riyadh. But what I was starting to say was, this is TFW's 20th match in a row. As you know, they go 16-0 through regular season. I've made it through this bracket with only dropping 1 map here in the postseason. That was the Team Rats in the opening round, Rip Rats. But go flawless over both Moths and Emptiness. The 3-0 over Emptiness, I mean, telling. Very telling. Anybody is going to take down this team, it would be Lunar in this SuperScaredofWomen roster. Lunar looking for back-to-back championships here. Second grand finals appearance in a row. In the unique position, just because of the age restriction, was found himself here back-to-back grand finals, is now officially qualified for Master Division. Super Shy putting together this Scared of Women roster. Lunar coming in to play for the 2nd season in a row here at Expert for this squad, and built this awesome team around them. So, I mean, you had, NRG, Shoal, and Tricky there in the DPS line have just been outstanding. Shoal is in Korea, so unfortunately, she won't be available from my understanding for, and has been for like the last 10 days or so, like for the last 2 weeks of playoffs, hasn't been available here. So Tricky has had to kind of step up and fill in, coming in off the bench, and has looked outstanding. Filling in the hit scan department here for Super Sal. I will do my best to say Super Sal and not Supercell. As apparently I have been prone to do once I get into fast play-by-play mode. But if you hear me say Super Sal, it's in Super SOW. Because Super Scared of Women is a lot to say in the heat of the moment. Hey, TFW, I think they're always hungry. This is a hungry squad. Nothing but head chefs here. These two did play each other earlier in the season. This only in regular season. It was a pretty clean 3-0 there in favor of TFW. Yeah, like right at halfway through the season. And that's the only time these two teams, I mean, it looks like just dead center, doesn't it? My eye test looks like dead center halfway. Don't you dare win this one, Lunar. Lunar going for back-to-backs. This will be a first of 4. There's no winner's bracket advantage or anything like that. They did away with that coming into 2025. Since coming into season 4, none of that. It's just a straight first of 4. We have a Doomfist ban out from Scared of Women here. So TFW got map pick. We're going to Oasis. Scared of Women get first ban. We are going to get Scared of Women starting the attack, so we're good as far as sides are concerned. Now, banning in a 7-map series can be a little different, right? You gotta have to save some bans, like you gotta prepare for the long haul. So I mean, Doomfist ban out of the gate, fun, okay, interesting. Maybe more of a as a protect there for Lunar there in the first map. I'm not surprised to see something like that come out early. Don't want to waste bans too early. We did see Busan, Runasapi, and WPG last time these two teams met, so we're already starting off a little bit different. Oh, shoot. Doop, doop, doop. I know I forgot something. There we go. Oh, hello, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. We're getting the Orisa duel immediately with Supercell taking high ground and TFW opting to move down low. This is actually a more favorable position for Nevs in the low ground as far as in the Orisa duel itself, particularly in this matchup. Now, the one caveat to that, would be if Tricky could have got anything done, but both hit scans falling early in this. As, you know, loosely calling Hanzo a hit scan in that. That lower ground position, what is it called so advantageous is you just have a little bit better point presence. This is gonna get a little bit messy inside the hallway. We did our first cap already going to TFW. After losing a couple, Supercell does kind of get stopped on the outside. They're in, but they managed to sneak a flip in. Okay. So a little unforced errors. TFW gives over control of the point. This is going to allow Neofried to come in and continue to stall. You've got Flaticue still playing along the outside, but Envy finds their second pick. So TFW will be able to, excuse me, Scared of Women will eventually drive them away. And yeah, TFW, you're not able to get control back. Great play there from Supercell. Not only did they get a sneaky flip, they hold on to it the whole time. Jerks OW, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. We also got ILY2. I appreciate the follow as well. We gotta get sound barriers thrown in. Now Concerning Rush is invested from both teams. So far, Supercell just able to hold the line. The Dragon just goes right over the top of Loader, but somehow they actually don't take a whole lot of damage from it. Now we get the Terror Surge throw it in. Unto gets popped. Tricky comes up with another one. Finding Nevs there at the back of the fight. Nice little combo with NRJ at the end. 61% and counting here for Scared of Women. Kick things off on University. Where was your mate on console? Now you're great friends IRL. That's amazing. That's amazing, Jerks. I started on console as well. Like, as far as casting and everything. I started with CGL. Way back in the day. OC out from Tricky. Jumps around to catch Flaticue a little flat-footed. You get a Terror Surge vested from Nevs. Trying to fight their way back onto this point. Looking a little bit surrounded. NRG's gonna take the blade and try to cut off any reinforcements. Nevs gets cut down by Tricky. NRG does successfully pick up 2 with that Dragon Blade. Nice kill on a Neofried to cap this blade and to cap this point. Good start here for Super Scared of Women. Flaticue just catches NRG somehow very early in this fight. And Superstar, we're looking to take high ground. Ooh, but Lunar finding Rare on the disengage. It started off looking so good there for F-Word, but very quick, decisive call out of Scared of Women to push down the stairs, pick up that important kill onto the Kiriko along the way. Yeah, and has just dominoed into this first fight win despite losing NRG early, who's going to swap to a Pharah, by the way. Coming off of that Genji after that first death. A very fast pace. I mean, Tracer. We got a Trey Genji Hazard composition in here from F Word. Extremely fast paced. FACEIT actually going to be the one to try to go anchor cart. The objective, that is. It's not so much a cart here. Unto ends up just popped, ends up right in Envy sight lines. Does get traded out, and even themselves falling. Backline from F Word getting involved, and was a messy little showdown out here in the courtyard area. All right. FACEIT is like, never mind. It's all right. That's. Oh. Enemy gets hot like this, scared of women can be very dangerous. You have to start thinking about, I mean, the Tracer has to worry about the Caricos like that. Oh, the FACEIT with a beautiful assassination up top. This is going to be Terror Surge from Lunar trying to really devalue Rare's Kitsune Rush, and we invested hers as well into this fight. Honestly expected FACEIT to pull the blade out before now, but they hold on to it. Unto is able to get the pick with the... Oh, Lunar gets booted. But Unto getting the pick there with the pulse, and FACEIT is able to hold on to the Dragon Blade. So it turns into a really good fight there out of TFW. Some air available for both. Lunar comes back in on the ramp. FACEIT's gonna go and pull out that blade. So Horrocks drops the beat in. Really, a beautiful beat. I mean, you counter 2 ults with just the one and manage to find a kill on Nevs. Ideal scenario here for Super Sal trying to push back in. Losing Lunar, obviously not what they were hoping for. But they get the 2-for-1 trade. And this should turn into a flip eventually. We'll see how long Neofried and company are... if they're going to try to hold on to this. Not much of a stagger, but a late pick on the Horrocks will, I mean, could prompt for a quick re-engage. That's a barrage out from NRG, picking up Nevs. We're having to self-Suzu, Swift step out. Oh, Tricky with a beautiful shot. Let's get some Tricky Pop for you. I haven't given you enough Tricky Pop. I was talking about, Tricky kind of coming in off the bench, filling in for Shoal here through the postseason, and has looked outstanding, mostly on the Soj. I think Soj has been their go-to pick from what I've seen. NRG finding a pick on a Rare is just going to slow this down, turn this into a one-fight scenario. That's an enormous pick, actually. Devs drops into Downpour, catches at least 2. Horrocks going to get popped. We do have Tricky with an OC trying to fend off this attack. Rare returning into the fight with this Kitsune Rush. It's going to be actually a push through hallway, throw the rush over the point. Ooh, judicious. Conservative approach with the Kitsune. Don't want to be too conservative. Down to about 30 health. They're able to swift step away, and Nevs finds 2 in that rotation. So they're going to hold on to that Kitsune. It was a risky call. Risky play there from F Word. They didn't want to have to spin that support ultimate. Oh, I owe y'all Prince. I did not get y'all Prince. I am so sorry. I'll get y'all Prince from F2. I'm sorry. Huge beat, and there's the blade, and there's the point. F4 just had all the tools they need. That holding on to that Kitsune Rush, just the icing on the cake. So Lunar back into the Ramatra. No change from F-Word as they stick into this hyper-aggressive hazard comp. Flaticue jumping, climbing up this other side. So yeah, Nez and Flaticue both with eyes from opposite sides of the high ground, but looks like a pretty good vortex there from Lunar. Kind of forced rotation from Flaticue. Cleans off one side. Unto now pushing in from the jump pad. There's the dash up from Flaticue trying to converge, but a really nice disengage. The entirety of Super Sal is able to drop down, covered by Tricky. You can see that full railgun just in there loaded. Keeping both those DPS at bay. Finds Unto there. Just kind of stepping out from that center pillar, catching him unaware. A leap in from Lev is the only hope to try to trade, and actually ends up working. Flaticue and Rare finding a couple final blows through this. The dash through onto NRG, and it's just NRG and Luna remaining. Flaticue is able to pick up 2 through the rest of this fight. I believe we got a 2v2 left on this point. Oh no, here comes reinforcements in for F-Word as they will close it out and grab first cow. Right about 25% behind on that sound barrier, so you know what? Rare with this lightning quick Kitsune rush, though, doesn't matter. Not to mention with that early pick onto Horrocks in this fight, this is going to allow Neofried to catch up. Envy still about 20% away from their own Kitsune rush, and God, that was a lightning fast ultimate there from Rare. And just with that, leverage the entire rest of F-Word into an incredible macro. On the back of that, they use that Kitsune rush, to get Nevs up to an early ultimate. Flaticue coming in with the blades. They're going to pop immediately. Tricky does have eyes on Flaticue. Oh, but Horrocks gets popped, finds their target. Eventually, Tricky will hunt down the Genji and is able to put Nevs back into spawn as well. Slides away from the pulse bomb. Now, in a late duel, kill Unto, pick up 3 through that fight, and we'll get Super Sal with a flip. Amsuki Dub in chat says, let's go, Super Sal. NRG Maiko. Can't forget the dub. Can't forget the dub. All right, so that big ult economy has completely swung. It has gone into SuperScaredofWomen's favor, using only the OC in the previous fight. Envy and Sound Barrier now into this fight. Neff's is going to respond with the downpour. Unclear if they caught anybody in it, but it don't feel like they're pursuing anything, so I'm going to go with a negative. You also had NRG's blade used through that. Bit of a separation. You can see Neofry, yeah, absolutely isolated, while the rest of F-Word kind of went into a 2-2-1 split. Neofry being the one, and a great recognition of that isolated target there from Super Sal. They're able to pick that up, find the other tier 2, and I mean, just good shot calling, good prioritizing of who to pick off there. Rare with the rush in the middle. Flaticue is able to get a kill on NRG. Good opener, but Lunar's going to pop this Annihilation and make it difficult for anybody else to push past onto this point. Flaticue goes over to the objective. It looked like Rare and Unto had pushed on to Lunar, while Flaticue had moved on to the point. So a slight disconnect. I think I'd like to see, everybody either converge on the Lunar or converge on the point. But Enemy gets the kill onto Unto. One last chance. Double DPS ult in. The blade from Flaticue. Oh, just got rooted. 3 health. Horrocks is going to pick up that kill with the Cheerios. Dives into the back to help heal for Unto. He's going to drop the beat in. Kitsune Rush in response, or excuse me, in coupling with that. You got double support also trying to close this out. Lunar's got one. Rare's in trouble, has to self-Suzu. Horrocks there with their second final blow of the fight. Supercel's going to hang on in this 2-1 finish and take Oasis. And the 1-0 lead to kick off your grand finals. So where the only other meeting between these two was a 3-0 for TFW. Already, you know, that's not going to happen here. Already that history is not going to repeat itself. Flaticue on Genji. Honestly, I don't know. I've always called them Flaticue. That is probably not how their name is supposed to be pronounced. Yeah, Horrocks was looking pretty locked in on that first map. We're going to get a Suravasa pick and a Ramatra ban from TFW. They are also heading on to the attack. With that in, we can take a look at some stats while I go plug all that stuff in. Tricky was, in fact, 36-5 that map. And you see Tarts and Bows giving you a little spoilers. But backed up here as we're looking at the stats. 36-5 indeed. That is most elims. And almost top damage. Almost top damage. At least top damage on the team. Top damage on the team. You do have Flaticue up there at 12k. And then Nevs. Nevs with the slightly more damage in the tank roll as well. But 36-5, still pretty solid. Still pretty damn solid. The only player with fewer deaths was Lunar. They're with 4. I mean, seriously, Tricky, super sub, coming in, filling in for Shoal, has looked fantastic. It's all right. We got a Venture ban coming in from Super Sal, heading into Suravasa. I feel like the pigeon's looking at us. All right, we're going to get the Orisa battle. A very comfortable spot for both of these two tanks. And TFW really kind of opted for this. I mean, this is Nevs wanting to go into the Orisa battle against Lunar. Yeah, I was about to say, this really puts a lot of onus into your hit scan. Yeah, both Unto and Tricky pulling out the Cass here. It was Cass who's able to fight first blood. Oop. Neofrat staying a little elusive there at the end, but just those long sight lines, Tricky able to make good on it first. That will eventually leverage into a first cap. Interesting approach. We get the corner, the rarely seen corner approach from TFW. Ultra Energy threatening there. And Matrix thrown down there from Loader, and that just mows through Nevs. Nevs just could not survive through all of that. Then he's able to get one out of the back line. Lunar cleans up front. It's gonna be another fight win here out of Scared of Women. So far, so good in your opening flashpoint of Suravasa. Stick does land, but Immortality Field there. Lunar had some armor to negate a little bit of the damage. And, I mean, the heals got him topped right back up. Never really kind of got below that precious yellow line mark. Deadeye now tossed it from 1-2. Just get speared right out of it. Somebody throwing in from both of our squads. Lunar has the later Fortify to kind of out cooldown Nevs in that duel. Nevs stuck in a corner. NRG, Horrocks there for some cleanup. This is going to be a 100-0 here on market. Looks to be a really good spot for Scared of Women as well. Tricky finds that first kill. Once again, same as we saw in the last first cap. Oh, what a nasty flick to fly Flaticue and take Unto down. Oh, Tricky the super sub will get first kill and more. Here, it's Supercell will grab first control yet again. Got a really good spot. We're able to kind of put their backs up to this. Hold the choke. Now they've got a really nice macro to boot. Double damage just thrown on the front line for both of our squads. Deadeye tossed in from Tricky. Ooh, Lunar gets the pick. Somehow that Terror Surge is able to find Rare through that exchange. You do still have Nevs and Flaticue alive on this point. I believe Nevs, yeah, Flaticue and NRG, excuse me, dueling it out here. Clorox escorts NRG onto the point. Really good move there from Supercell. Oh, what a stick! Well, I don't even know if that was going for Neofrod. That looks serendipitous. That looked like NRG was going for the Orisa and happened to catch the Lucio. I don't know, but you take them. You take those. And what looked like just Horrocks and NRG trying to stall for some percentage ends up being another fight win. It's the second time we've seen Supercell do that today. Where it looked like they're just going to try to buy a little bit of an extra percentage. Turns out they're able to hold on to the point, flip the fight. That's a 2-0 here on Suravasa. What a mean exchange. Great team fight energy and Supercell. Come on, say, you give me my icons. It was like the third or fourth time I hit Control I before they finally popped up. Like every time you saw the camera hesitate, me trying to hit it. Good positioning on the disengage so that Lunar was not left in a vulnerable spot despite being the only one standing on the point after the Deadeye. There was a beat advantage there for Supercell. Oh, Untu's just going to win the showdown. Able to get the kill there in the neutral. The roll plus the Salvator helps Untu survive through the stuck Pulse Bomb. Lunar does eventually get overwhelmed on that objective. Nice energy jab out of Nevs. Helps secure the kill on NRG, and we're going to get a much needed control, hard fought control out of TFW here on Palace. Clicky Tricky, certified cowboy. Oh. That was a mean spear that got thrown in from Lunar. Big Terror Surge, and enemy's not going to make it out. Lunars respond, and Tricky with the Deadeye, and Neofrod gets sandwiched between the two. Blacky's able to at least pick up Lunar, make this an interesting fight with no tanks in the mix. You got both teams here with DPS. Untu tried to Deadeye, I couldn't quite get the trigger pulled there. Ended up getting a flip here with NRG and Tricky winning out the DPS duel. It was a fast and furious few moments. And an important one that results with Supercell in control. Lunar with the aggressive move. Tricky's able to find Neofrod before they can escape around the corner. Do have to put themselves into Untu sightlines in order to make that happen. There's the fan flash to find Envy, but Lunar has struck back. Keeping Supercell on top in this fight, in this map. And potentially moving up to 2-0 here near Grand Finals. Flaticue has very little health. Does initiate the OT. Here comes Neofrod flying across to keep it going. Nev's returning on this Doomfist. Soundbarrier tossed in from Horrocks. Neofrod's going to die, not able to build up towards their own beat. Pulse will not land here from Flaticue, and Nevs is in a lot of trouble. Lunar's going to chase them down to the outside. Very little health. Body blocked in. Lunar will find Nevs. And that will be that. Super Scared of Women take Palace and move up to 2-0 in your grand finals. So we got no Suravasa, no Oasis last time. And it seems this map pool has been favoring Supercell much better. We're gonna get circuit pick on a band here from TFW. Let's go look at some stats. This does lead me to believe we'll probably end up with you know, a bit of the kind of either the double flex support Ramatra look or some sort of, you know, brawl. Be it with, you know, perhaps a Bat Brig or, you know, maybe even the, you know, the Bappy Yari or something like that. That would be where I'm thinking we're going to land. Yeah, TFW, that's one thing to keep in mind here. TFW are playing from an internet cafe in Riyadh. Nilio says they are both, so both Unto and Flaticu are both technically hit scan players. And they have to catch a flight after this? Oh, wow. So yeah, I mean, you know, TFW not playing from their at-home, normal, comfortable setups. Horrocks 20-1. Fewest deaths in the lobby. Most damage does go to Loner by a significant margin, actually. Get ready to head into Circuit Royale. Lars comes in and says, my boy Lunar wins these. After the scuffed ass warm up I did for him. Lars. All right, we are going to get the Bappa Yari Ramatra defense alongside the Sojourn May from Scared of Women. Did I miss the shot? I did not. Hey, Flaticu's going to try to take a shot. Haunting us all with this. I love this skin, actually. I think this witch skin is actually really good. Unto finds first blood, picks up Horrocks. Oh, and a drop shot onto the May. Even got the headshot there. Lunar's gonna drop. Tricky still backing away after the reeling from that headshot. Take two aspirin, call me in the morning. That is a nice push there through that first point. It's Jover for Zeta, says on you. It's so difficult for Envy or Tricky to find any sightlines right now. You've got to respect the Flaticu sniper. Tricky decided to peek and takes one right between the eyes. That pedal from Neofry took like 4 people up on the escalator. But hey, you know what? Horrocks Lunar able to push in. Oh, Unto about to swing this? You've got to be kidding me. No, Lunar's gonna put it down. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Unto, I respect the effort. I respect the effort. We need a chat glossary page for us old farts to keep up with all the lingo in chat. Tell me about it, Yachi. Horrocks kind of pinned down. Oh, Horrocks, you take that jump. Horrocks goes up into the sky, hits Nebs with the captive sun. Sunspot is good. Unto got popped by Tricky throughout that as well. So 5v3 left on this point as NRGs. See if they can stagger out Rare. We'll find the kill. Tricky drops the OC. We're going to get the tree in play as well. Doubled the DPS ults invest, as a matter of fact, as Energy's Blade's going to find Unto while Tricky locks down Neo Fried. And there's not enough Arboretums in the world to help you survive through this one. Horrocks with 2 there to cap it out there at the end, and another big hold. What was so close to being a cap there from F4, and kind of in the opening fight after that wicked fast, just first fight, you know, basically everything going in F4's favor, have not really been able to find much entrance since. So Unto now into the venture, the cage fight, missed everyone, so it seems. Oh no. F4 in a bit of trouble. Now the Lamb having to use to escape the Terror Surge out of it, Lunar, while Envy is going to try to throw in this Ant Matrix, but a good overrun from Nevs. Able to get a couple kills with the initial slam damage. Looking low. Huge overrun. Nevs gets that in with no health at all. Nevs was on the verge of collapse when they hit that overrun. That fight was, I mean, won by the hair of their chinny chin chins. Well, we're in trouble. Tricky's able to pick up a kill on a Flaticue through all of that, while Envy is a bit distracted by the captive sun. Unto working, trying to work up these stairs, being held at bay by energy at the moment. Is going to make it up top with the drill dash to pop this tectonic shock, pick up a kill on a Horix. So a little bit of the do-si-do from Unto paying off some dividends here, as the cart makes it to the final corner, has made it up this difficult chicane. Now double support ults for F4 to push it inside the hotel. Rare's got good sight lines, just going to drop the Ant Matrix right into this entrance. We do have the OC combined with the Terror Surge. Tricky and Lunar both able to make it out past the double support ults, but nobody else does. Bit of divide and conquer from F-word. They know how to chop. All right, they know how to put those knives to good use, and they're able to chop this defense into 2 separate parts. Showing off some knife skills. Yes, that's. Emilios has got to ask what the Maga's doing here. Hopefully getting a better cage than last time. Alright, that's this Jav out. Fortify use. We're gonna drop it on Horse. No need. We're gonna. Okay, we're gonna use the cage just to fend off the Ant Matrix. To be fair, a very awkward Ant Matrix as well there from Envy. So once again, we get an Aura cage there out of Nevs, but they're still able to move. I mean, I'm not gonna question it. It is first to 4. It is first to 4. It does say first to 4 at the top of your screen. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's not. It is a best of 7. Best of 7. Overwatch terms, first to 4. So far, we've had 2 cages. Nobody caught on them. Let's check out this energy blade. Looking a little bit more like a pool noodle on that one. Nevs with a big overrun out. Oh, but Horrocks with the monstrous captive sun. Isn't enough. Unto has the tectonic shock still in the corner. Tricky's already down. The burrow and the drill dash to get back onto the point. 30 seconds to go. Caught Horrocks in the corner. Unto's low, though, and Lunar will make a stand. The only ultimate here from F4 to try to push this in. That's gonna be the Lunar Terra Surge popped, kind of pulled everybody out of the remainder of that orbital. It has come and gone and rared down. But Lunar very low on this point. Envy with an Ant Matrix sometimes a touch late to save their tank, but plenty of time left here to punish the enemy. As Envy will get that last pick onto Unto and stop this cart. F4 do not get the third point on the board, but they do get most of the way through Hotel. Winton catching strays there from UNESCO. But you get the sneaky May. Try to move it. Doesn't quite catch Envy. Oh, elevated Envy with the May wall. That was funny. I think what actually, I don't know if that would have pulled him out of the lamp or not. It was a clever move anyway you slice it. Tricky able to turn the corner, get that headshot before Unto makes it back into cover. Another headshot on a Flatitude to lead into the flashbang death. And there's a quick pair of picks from Tricky. Oh, flicky, picky, tricky. Once again, just delivering these first bloods. We're just going to saunter around this corner. Flatitude with a good opener. Imagine just dropping back down from the high ground. This is going to immediately prompt the disengage. Nemesis is going to go ahead and spin the Nemesis form, force everybody back. You do get the same out of the other side, as well as the Vortex. The Luna's just going to make sure that they don't try to push any further while they wait for Horrocks to get back in this fight. But this player's back. We have an Ant Matrix here in the pocket from Envy. Could be used to either push towards the final corner or to try to secure the cap. Which they decide to go with. Pretty easy swing in the outside, but Unto punishes NRG, who just thought it was easy. It was all a bait. TFW bait the easy swing, dropping the double damage. Wall will delay Tricky's Deadeye. Ooh, Flatky with a risky move to try to push out. Will eventually get punished. So Blizzard thrown in from Unto. The Annihilation invested from Lunar. Trey up to keep Nevs alive through that exchange. Unto he ends up dying despite their own awkward little wall. They tried to push Lunar up to the high ground, ended up just putting themselves into the sight line of Tricky and Envy. Was an OC from Flatitude that kind of just forced everybody back, slowed down this attack for a moment. Both teams getting reinforcements back into it. Forks is going to go ahead and pop the cap to the sun. I didn't see how many were sunspot. Looks like at least Nevs was hit by that. No kills coming through just yet. Having to outburst away back up to the safety up top. Unto's made the read. Gonna go try to pick up Horrocks up at that top level. Oh, it does. Cleans out the, the Ayari from behind them. I think Horax tried to get a little too cheeky with that positioning. Good job from F4 just to kind of hang on through all that. They don't lose anybody through that early exchange, through the ultimates. Unto side by side with Envy there for a moment. It was an awkward looking play. TFW back up to the corner. Tricky's gonna able to catch Flatacue with that dead eye. Unto has up here back up top. The only DPS trying to hold this here for TFW. Trying to stop this car right here on point A. Looks like they've taken a couple of bullets though, and Tricky will find that final blow. Annihilation in play for Lunar, while Tricky is going to give chase to Neofried. Oh, Neofried actually got the tree down. Barrage OC into Blizzard. Into Blizzard and Captive Sun, actually, for that matter. Excuse me, sorry. Let's check out this Blizzard. Oh! Catches Flatacue out of their ultimate. Unto gets popped out of the barrage as well. Now Nebs is going to hit the Annihilation. Dropped in to catch Envy. Horax going to respond just immediately right on top of Flatacue with that Captive Sun. Just solo ult on top of the Sojourn. Not able to secure the kill on to Nebs, though. Nebs is able to persevere through these ultimates. Will force Lunar back to the low ground. It's actually going to give chase. That is a dangerous jump down from Nebs. And Matrix thrown in from Envy. Oh, what a smart play. Rare does respond with their own window. And Nebs is able to get back up to the high ground safely. I love the drop down just because you got Envy's Ant Matrix out, I think, in a very suboptimal position. So works out well for F-Word as this has turned into a very prolonged fight. Unto trying to throw in some damage onto Trekkie, but they managed to round the corner and hit them with the Deadeye. Tree is up there from Neofry, but it's a 4v5 for this TFW defense. Lunar's going to immediately pop the Annihilation, go in, find Neofry with a little bit of help from NRG's Genji. Dash through from NRG, finds two more after that, and we're going to get the cap here from Scared of Women. Such a good camera angle. Wasn't that great? Good angle there from Tricky. He's able to put a lot of damage into Nebs and really force the whole line back at Flatacue. And falling ends up being the result of that, as they lost control of that outside line. Nebs taking it back here with the Annihilation. A great wall. Forces Horrocks to kind of move up to the top left side, kind of abandon Lunar for a moment. But the heals are there. Good job from Envy kind of breaking the wall down, making sure keeping enough healing on top of Lunar and keeping Supercell in contention on this corner. That's the lip up to try to support the blade from NRG. The pull back out of Neofried kind of dulls the blade. NRG not able to get the dash through on the back of that. Still 40 seconds to go as Tricky finds this late pick onto Unto. Stuck behind Supercell lines. Now a dangerous fight here for TFW's defense. They have the ultimates to hold, but they kind of need to get everybody back out and staged and into position. So far, it feels like they're still a little scrambling. You can see the drop down from Rare and Matrix thrown onto the point. NRG trying to pressure in over the top. Let's cut back in on this OC from Flatacue. Double damage on this OC as well. 13 seconds to go as Supercell wait for all of the aforementioned ultimates to fade. Now a Deadeye, as well as the Sound Barrier tossed in. The Blizzard's gonna freeze up Tricky though. Horrocks will go down. And Matrix up from Envy, Lunar with the Annihilation, the last two ultimates to try to take this map. It's now or never here for Super Scared of Women, and there are down players in this fight. The Annihilation has faded, and Flatky's able to pick up a kill onto Tricky. Lunar's got the Nemesis form, the last ditch ever, the last cooldown. They've gotten a beautiful shot from Flatky, making sure you have no heals to back it up. TFW will not go quietly into the night. They're going to take Circuit Royale and get rid of that goose egg. All right, we got a match, friends. We got a match. Good pick from TFW. My Beauregard even had to come in during that map and was now hanging out with me. That's how good this match is. Isn't that right, Mr. Beauregard? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so Runasapi pick. This was a map picked previously from Scared of Women in their regular season matchup here with the squad. The Sojourn banned out. This is an interesting ban. I find this to be an interesting ban because I feel like this is Tricky's best hero. Although, I mean, looking at the cast, it's maybe that is up for debate. And this will certainly, either force, maybe a cast for you matchup heading into Runasapi. There's some stats for you from map 3. So I believe push was the only thing left in the pool. That was a bloodbath of a map, wasn't it? My goodness, that was a bloodbath of a map. Oh, it's a Lucio ban there from TFW. All right, let's get into map 4. It is time. Okay, so we do end up with the Flaticue Freya versus Tricky in this cast. This is what Supercell wanted. Oh, gets the roll through. Turn around, just okay. Fan the hammer Freddy here in Tricky. No left clicks, all fan the hammers. That's what we're in for here on Runasapi. Hey, it's gonna be a Supercell first fight when they got control of good old Timmy. Yeah, TFW are playing in an internet cafe in Riyadh. NRG on the Tracer here is is the only flaker on the battlefield. Including supports as well, right? Gonna be taking a couple of shots with Flatic. You can't quite lock down that last take aim bolt. Emmy with the Ant Matrix up. He's gonna find Nevs with that pick. Oh, good cover there from Untu, as NRG was pushing through Clothing Store looking for that pulse. Untu will eventually get forced out by Horrocks, though, and this is looking to lead first cap. That will, in fact, be a checkpoint picked up here from Scared of Women. Think Lip is afraid to get in lobby with Flaticue. I mean, understandable. The Ant Matrix fading. Let's see Tricky and Supercell kind of peek out from their cover a little bit more. Oh, Untu's gonna stick him right back into that cover. If he gets caught by that Deadeye, rally popped here from Neo Fried and Terra Surge unleashed from both of our races. There's a lot of ultimates thrown into that fight. And it looks like TFW got the better end of all of the ult exchanges. Except for maybe actually no, even the Deadeye at the very beginning. Yeah, no, that was effort getting the better end of every ult exchange on that. Which was good, because that was a 10 ult fight. I'm fairly confident that was a 10 ult fight. It depends on how, you know, the timing of when NRG threw in that pulse in the beginning. I'm pretty sure that was a 10 ult fight we just saw. Because Envy used the Ant Matrix super early. Almost has another one. Scared of Women do have control of the bot. There is that second Ant Matrix. Despite that in play, Tricky going down means a little bit of a disengage. Oh, look at the intercept. Ah! That was not what I wanted. The Ant Matrix thrown on to this point is Nevs and Rare kind of pushed across the jump pad to try to catch this disengage, and they successfully pick up the kill on the Lunar in doing so. Just a good read, good rotation. A little bit of some fancy footwork out of the supports here from Supercell at the end of the fight. Able to buy, you know, a good 20, 30 seconds on that, but... NRG was trying to pulse through Mega while that Deadeye was happening, you know, while they were being suppressed by the Deadeye, but Untu wasn't having any of it. Tricky able to get some good shots down. Nevs with a big spear, though, and is going to respond with the Terra Surge. Rallies out for both of our teams. 4v2, favoring Supercell at the moment. As Neofried and Horrocks clash shields, but with those extra guns, that favored Supercell in the end of this fight. They're going to clean up, take this bot back the other direction. They do not allow the cap. Allowing Bat Brig shuts down the Freya? I mean, definitely to a point, I suppose. Lamp better against Freya than, certainly better against Freya than against Soj. Flaticue is able to pick up one there with the bolo shot, though. It looks like the Bat Brig not able to fend off Flaticue in this fight. Why ban Lucio? Banning Lucio allows them to play the double hit scan, so they don't have to worry about the flankers as much. Yeah, you don't have to mark a flank as much. That makes sense. Actually, Gralis, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, and really, I mean, NRG has not been able to do much. You know, I was talking about how at the top of this map that NRG kind of has the only flanker, but really hasn't been able to do much with that. It has been very much kept at bay here by Untu and Neo Fried. You see they're doing a really good job of marking the flank on in that particular instance. I know I went to the wrong Cassidy there, but... So NRG now going in, trying to find the Baptiste. Meanwhile, Tricky's gonna drop the Deadeye down in main. Pretty good sized Terror Surge. They're out of Nevs. Picks up Tricky. Untu's gonna get killed with the Amp Matrix being thrown in immediately following the Terror Surge. This is gonna be a good fight win. TFW gonna grab the checkpoint with this. 3 minutes left. They're in control. They've got the wind at their back. Nice fight win. They're out of F-word. Little fan into Lunar's backside. This Deadeye will find him. Lunar gets forced out, peeked out. Not exactly sure. Tricky is able to find a kill before Untu brings him down. And Horrocks drops a rally and runs away with the bot. Actually, excuse me, that's NRG running away with the bot. SuperScaredofWomen protect the lead through this as well. Though they do give up that checkpoint in the previous fight loss, they do not give up the lead. Untu catches an RG, trying to play that flank. Once again, the Tracer just not having the impact that you thought it might with it being the only flanker on board. Neofried finds 2 amidst 3 with this rally. Sorry, I missed that rally there, Neofried. Absolutely rocking the goat skin and playing like a goat. Did my mouse just die? My mouse just died. Good push from Lunar, just devalue that high ground Amp Matrix. Deadeye from Untu, though, matches Tricky. It ends up being 2 when comboed with that Terror Surge, and everything kind of coming up F-ward. Now, we do have Lunar and Horrocks running away with the bot. But a 30-plus meter lead, and F-ward's able to, you know, just take control of Timmy right back. NRG has swapped off the Tracer, has gone into a Genji here to try to see if that'll fare any better. Into the double hit scan. Good protection from Neo Fry. Shield bash to shield bash. Lamp comes in from Rare to save as Untu slides out. Terror Surge thrown in from Lunar. They're able to get a kill onto Untu and eventually onto Neo Fried with that. NRG finding Nevs down here in the courtyard while all that's happening. So Super Sal do not only get control of the bot, but they stay flawless through that fight. They are 5 strong here as they enter overtime. They do already have the checkpoint, so nothing to worry about as far as no stall here in the courtyard. Double support ults available. I imagine the EMEA Amp Matrix will come out sooner rather than later. There's the close spawns unlocked in case anybody does die. There's the Amp Matrix at the first quarter, and immediately 2 kills come in on the back of it. Horrocks is able to get 1, or at least pop the rally and assist with 1. Oh, good kill on to Rare there at the end of the fight. So Super Sal use both of their support ultimates, but they stay in control. One final fight for the map. Nevs is going to go over to the to the Malga. We do have a bullet shot out of the corner. Try to hit Tricky. Tricky is Deadeye from the base of the stairs. See what they can get done onto Nevs. We got Amp Matrix and Rally. Both double supportals have been popped here from F-word to hold the line. Energy's trying to blade into the both. You guys just get stunned. Mashed down by the mace. Neo Fried hold, but they've lost their tank. Nevs is down. Tricky's able to get 2. Neo Fried gets popped after the Malga is shot. Tricky's gonna get a 3rd. Super Sal pushing over the line on the back of a 3-piece out of Tricky. Picky Flicky Tricky will win it out, and that's going to move Super Scared of Women up to championship point. This is going to be the three-piece rally. Let's get that point on the board. Yeah, Runasapi is the most comebackable map in the game. 100%. Absolutely. Okay, it looks like it did reset. It's hard to tell, but I think it did reset as far as anything is now available. We're going to get TFW starting on the attack. Let's see what they're going to ban out. It's going to be a carry ban out of TFW. Okay. Try to keep it into that bat break, perhaps. I'm going to take a quick bio break. I need to pee real fast. Y'all enjoy some stats. I'll be right back. All right. That's an invite, which means our band's in. To Maga. Okay. Okay. Maga banned out by Super Sal. I mean, and actually going to New Junk City, this makes sense. Also, to kind of prevent any last-second swaps. Or any, you know, aura cages. I know the aura cages were devastating. What stood out from the stat card? I mean, it looked very, very even. Looked very, very even. I mean, TFW looking to be winning more team fights there on that map. Fewer deaths out of the back line, fewer deaths out of your DPS, more elims on the board. Very, very comparable. I mean, look at the damage out of Flaticue. My goodness. Wait a minute. Yo, what? Flaticue with 15k damage versus Tricky's 10? Like, what? That is an absurd amount of damage. 22 and 5. So, I mean, shared for highest elims, tied for fewest deaths and most damage. Hey, it's still not enough. It's still not quite enough. You got Treasure Duel happening on the outside between Un2 and NRG, kind of mirroring the rotations for both of our teams here in the main fight inside the arena. That's an early lamp use, and Flaticue ends up launched into space. At least they're gun dead. Big spear hits Rare. Nevs gets popped while Rare is distracted. So first fight's gonna end up in favor of Scared of Women. After a bit of a dance around, they're able to lead the do-si-do and come out on top. Lunar with a significant amount of damage. You know, he's got 40% doubling the ult charge in Nevs here at the moment. That late pick, you know, Envy getting that final blow on the Rare will just stall this out even further. Could actually put this into a one-fight kind of territory. Flaticue is going to drop. A lot of pressure in here from Looter. Now, Un2 is capping underneath all of this, so there's a little bit of a back cap happening from Un2 in the back line. NRG eventually just drives them away, though. Freya versus Cass is different damage, to be fair. It is. Oh, huge boob! Huge boob from Horrocks! And no Freya here. So Super Scared of Women didn't end up just having to hold for that one more fight. I played one ranked game and we are at map 5. Yep, Giardia. Honestly, I mean, it didn't feel like they've been like, you know, super wicked fast or anything. Feels pretty standard. I think you just had a long ass game. You know, it wasn't like a 4-minute Runasapi or anything. It feels pretty standard as far as these map lengths. Oh, but I don't know that Rare got that off. Okay, does get the Matrix off, but Lunar's just gonna stand in the middle of it with a Terror Surge. There's 0 value on the back of it. And we are gonna get a pause. Mouse? Hello, Mouse? You want to work, Mouse? Hello? You want to work? Thank you. Weird. There was like, all the hotkeys and everything were working like I was in Overwatch, but my mouse didn't know I was in Overwatch. It was just really bizarre. Alright, it's all good. It's all good. We're locked in. Nevs comes back on a Wrecking Ball. Rare has returned on a Moira. So, TFW are looking to just flip the script here, have a little bit of fun, and perhaps throw something completely different at Super South. So far, they're able to handle the skill check. It was a bit of a high ground approach out of F-Word. Or TFW, excuse me. Lunar making sure that only Super Shy Season 4 has a 20-0 or 21-0 perfect season. More pausing than a deadlock game. Well, I appreciate the input there, Sunflower O-Dub, and the follow. Fortunately for you, TFW have used all of their pauses, so you don't have to at least worry about them pausing it anymore. Vladiki's able to pick up a kill out of Trek, and we do get a Horrocks sound barrier, and Neofried there with response. Ends up being kind of an interesting battle here outside of the refinery. We don't often see a full team fight take place in that room, but it's one where TFW come out on top, and they're going to push in and grab the cap inside aforementioned flashpointer. All right, it's gonna be a high aggression play, dash through. Deadeye out from Tricky. That's gonna be the Deadeye. Oh, the deflect just comes and goes. That 2 seconds goes by so fast. You're flat a Q. Tricky just waits it out, ends up with 3 in the fight. And we'll get a flip. Apparently, Flaticu's a little bit of both there, Giardia. Or Giardia. A little bit of both. Coalescence in from Rare, trying to push up. But that Ant Matrix just making things so difficult. Tricky's just been, I mean, one outstanding team fight after another. So consistent. Finds the head of Nevs, comboed with a spear, means there's no mech there for Nevs. Flaticu and Rare do combine for that kill on to Tricky. And now forcing the recall out of NRG. F4 trying to hold on here, but Horrocks has a rally in play, and you still have Lunar alive and well. Nice little combo to find Neofried. Flaticu with a bit of revenge, but Okay, now Untu coming up with a kill. And might have just tilted things here. This is still winnable out of F-word. You haven't killed Lunar yet, but you at least got the lamp out and forced Lunar to disengage. Flaticue stat check. We'll check if TFW are able to win this team fight. We'll check. Blade's just gonna get yanked in by the Terror Surge. Rare gets caught inside of that. Flaticue's Blade gets absolutely nothing. Sound Barrier on the back to try to hold on here. Untu's able to pick up one. Let's rotate down to the bottom where Nevs gets a kill with the Pilot Diva. Wasn't exactly the palm I wanted, but it's the palm that we deserved. Enemy under a bit of duress, has the Ant Matrix down and the region into this fight, but Untu just moves up for a casual one clip into the side of the dome. TFW hang on here and able to take Refinery and extend their championship lives in this grand finals. Flaticue at 7,600 damage right now. Leading the team. You still have Tricky in the cast with a little bit more damage. Of course, Lunar leading the lobby. Lunar 22-2 right now as they move over into the Ramatra. I can pronounce your name? A lucky guess, Gary. A lucky guess. I try. Flaticue with a big dash. Oh, worth. Absolutely worth the trade there for Flaticue. Sorry, I did not hit the right paw through that. Hey, there's a Coalescence deploy. We don't get a lot of those here. We'll watch the end of that. Untu dropping a pulse while Nevs is trying to get aggressive, but just gets mowed down. Okay, does have the self-destruct, get back in mech. Unfortunately, Untu, no second such lease on life. Interesting little fight out here. One where Nevs ends up just completely surrounded. Sound Barrier from Neofry to try to hold on. That Beta only got them in Rare, I believe. Bit of a panic beat there out of Neofry. Not necessary. Good shot from Tricky. Neofry just immediately on the chopping block. And Tricky just continues to put Hurt down. Kind of just backed away. It's like, oh, that fight was won. You see Tricky just kind of rested on the laurels a little bit in that one. This is going to get us up to 90%. This might just be the championship. This might just be the back-to-back for Lunar. We do get Untu with the touch. Neofry trying to come back in. Rare does have a Coalescence. Is going to find NRG with that kill. Tricky with a Deadeye is a rally on point from Horrocks as well. Nevs has returned on a Wrecking Ball, and Flaticue in there with the Dragon Blade to try to extend this out. 1 cut, 2 cut, 3 cut on the Envy. We'll find Tricky there with a clever little dash through. Eyes in the back of the head for Flaticue. Help extend this map and this championship, and TFW will give themselves another chance. Untu shaking that ass more than a donkey with Parkinson's. All right, sorry. Flaticue popped out of the sky. 99%. Neofry and Nevs coming up with kills on this outside aggressive play. They intercept Scared of Women. When Neophyte's able to come up with 2. So despite the questionable beat, there are 2 fights to go. Neophyte shows up with very important final blows to force a 5th and final flashpoint. We're headed to the Ducks? Some air from Neophyte, getting aggressive, and a good ambush out of TFW. The catch Supercell on this corner. Yeah, you can see, didn't even get a chance. They didn't get the matrix out or anything. I don't think they anticipated that that was the spot for the team fight. So well played there from TFW. I know, it looked over. It looked over. It was not. It was not. Now Envy gets that air matrix down. Has to use the lamp to avoid the pulse bomb in from the back. We got a coalescence in play, but the Deadeye has already found Nevs through this. Still Neophyte putting up an important kill, finding Horrocks in the exchange. Super Scared of Women are able to get control of the point, but it is messy. It's a bloodbath, and Unto is still threatening. A lot of point presence. F4 just immediately all show up on the objective. Blade countered by Horrocks' rally, and it succeeds. Tricky double it down, finds Neophyte in that exchange. Unto sneaks in to pick up Horrocks. Still down in this fight, though. Tricky is able to land beautiful shots. Envy with the high-flying jump. Puts in a ton of damage. Tricky there with the follow-up. And I don't know that TFW is going to claw their way out of this one. That might just be too deep a hole. Too big a grave. Vladik going to try to dash back onto this point. Loader does catch them with the Vortex. Has an Annihilation to try to hold on. No ultimates currently available for TFW to try to force a map 6. Onto playing low, and this outside kind of rotating in off the point. Nevs is going to make it a move up to the high ground. Flatky's able to find Horrocks. Good convergence, a risky play. Pays off for TFW to find first blood. The stick is able to find a DMAC on the Nevs, though. Unto now has to try to respond. Can't quite get it. Lunar has the Annihilation in play. Is able to wrestle the life of the baby diva of Flaticu. Lunar does it for the 2nd time in a row. Back-to-back championships for the Prodigy. Scared of Women, take it here. Deny TFW their perfect season. Deny TFW their championship. It is back-to-backs. History made. The only player to win back-to-back expert championships. Hell, furthermore, the only player to qualify for Master Division 2 seasons in a row. Tricky. I mean, let's not sleep on Tricky coming off the bench. And Shoal, I mean, Shoal had a spectacular season. I mean, really helped carry this team to where they were, that 3rd place finish they had. But, you know, Tricky having to come in with Shoal in Korea here for the past couple weeks. And, I mean, just had a lights out postseason. But the story has got to be Lunar. The story has got to be Lunar. 20k damage there in that final map. 37-5. There for New Junk City. Most elims, fewest deaths, highest damage by a country mile. Huge congratulations to Supercell. Let's see, we're getting the interview. Want a whole team interview? You damn right I do. All right. I'm getting an interview with the entirety of Scared of Women in here. So this might get a little wild.
Hello.
Oh, what is up, my champions?
Hello.
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 Hello. All right. So you get the revenge. How are we feeling? Congratulations. Huge championship. Let's go.
It's hot.
We're all here to emotionally support Envy because Envy's going to do the entire thing.
Yeah, true.
No, I don't think I'm
Envy
saying a
known
single word.
speaker.
You got this.
Envy known yapper.
You got this.
No, yeah, feels good. Obviously, like they were playing from Saudi at a LAN cafe, and it started to become a bit of an issue for them in Suravasa. So we know they weren't at their absolute best, but I think we played really well today anyway.
And you knew you were going to have to. Even with, I don't care where they were playing from. I mean, that squad is so dangerous. Did it feel? Did the squad feel like they were at their best today? I mean, did it just feel like the culmination of everything right here? I know there was a little bit of speed bumps throughout the middle of the season, but man, the playoff run has been spectacular. Do y'all feel like you've really found your groove here in these last couple of games?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Second half of the season, after the effort game, it's only been up and up and up and up.
And,
Last time. Yeah.
And to be fair, F Word probably won quite. Like I've heard they've won quite a decent chunk of money from Saudi qualification, so I wouldn't lose any sleep if I were them. But they knew that they were playing us. They knew that they were playing us on Monday, and they only asked us to reschedule on Thursday. And so all I'm saying, and we genuinely couldn't do yesterday. They couldn't do tomorrow, and we can't do next week. So, no excuses.
Can't tomorrow either.
Yeah.
So it's a bit unfortunate. Like, as much as I would have loved to play them, for real, it's just weird. It's unlucky, and I still take it up.
We'll have a rematch next season at Masters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very true.
You'll get another chance. Okay, first I want to ask about Tricky. Like, what an awesome glow up that was. Was that? I mean, y'all had to have known. I had no clue. I was not familiar with your game, Tricky. That was such an insane. Coming in and I mean, big shoes to fill, filling in for Shoal while they're on vacation. What was that like filling in for those big shoes? Did you expect to have such a? Just a huge series of games. Walk me through it and tell me how you're feeling now here, Tricky.
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I came back after not competing for like a year and a half, so expectations weren't that high, but I didn't feel pressured at all because I'm basically just filling the shoes here. Like,
sure,
it's not really that much on me, but yeah, I feel pretty good overall.
I mean, you had an outstanding. What was it, 2 weeks? I mean, basically.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks. Yeah.
Did y'all the rest of the squad? Y'all have got to be so proud. You're like, look at the super sub we had on the bench the whole time.
It's so hot, like I can't think.
Yeah, I'm sweating, man. I'm leaving an ass imprint on my chair. It's so over.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I won't keep y'all too long then. Just a huge congrats. Thank y'all so much for an amazing season. Lunar back-to-back champ. Back-to-back champ.
Only
legend.
back-to-back. Only back-to-back, I think.
Only back-to-back. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure you're the only back-to-back.
They need to up the age limit to 18 so you can do back-to-back-to-back.
Back-to-backs.
We just keep upping the age limit on Lunar, just very specifically.
Griefing him.
Yeah. Just to be sure that you can do it again, I think you should.
One more time.
We have to verify. We're not quite convinced yet. Last question: Do we expect to see the same squad going in Master Division for Season 6?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be there.
Trick is a question mark. If he's going a different team, or if he keeps playing, or whatever. But the rest of the squad, the whole core stays.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's just I came as a hit scan and they already have one, so it's a bit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you just came in and won the championship. I'm sure you're going to get some offers. I'm sure you're not going to be you probably won't be a sub for next season if I had to guess. If I had to gander. Huge congrats, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Go ahead, Luna.
I know Horrocks wants to say something.
Yes. No, I was going to give y'all the floor by all means.
Horrocks.
No,
yeah.
I was gonna. I was gonna.
No. The joke.
The joke.
The joke. Yeah.
It's gonna take forever. No.
Do it.
Okay, well, all right. So both good, right? There was once a man who really loved tractors, right? He drove tractors everywhere. He had toy tractors, models of tractors everywhere. Even had a big garden where he rode his tractor around. But one day, he accidentally hit his wife with the tractor, and she passed away, sadly. And ever since then, he was really sad, and he was upset for years. But eventually, he got over the trauma, and he started to date again. And on his first date, he was sat in a restaurant with this nice woman, and he starts. But then all of a sudden, a fire starts, and there's smoke everywhere, and everyone's panicking. And he says, "Don't panic, everybody." He inhales and goes to the nearest window and blows all of the smoke in the restaurant out. And she's amazed. And she said, "How did you do that?" And he said, "I'm an Extractor fan."
All this build up for that. Oh man.
That's such
Horrors,
a
everyone,
big
ladies and
build-up.
gentlemen, horrors.
Such a
I'm gonna go.
Hey.
I'll see you all later. I'm gonna go eat my curry. Bye.
That's unbelievable.
Amazing. Such a big build-up for Extractor fan. Good lord. I mean, perfect place. Perfect place for the dad joke. It could not have been any better placed. Yeah, I'll let y'all go on that one. Unless y'all have any more dad jokes for me. The floor is yours. Otherwise, huge congratulations, y'all. It's genuinely amazing season. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
GG's.
Bye.
Bye, champions.
Bye bye.